Welcome to Pine Mountain, then and now. I'm Joy Foote. Tonight, we're going back to 1895, when Pine Mountain was still called Chipley, and when a quiet summer night turned deadly. Chipley was a small town then, friendly, familiar, where folks knew who was courting who and who bought a new mule. But one hot, moonless night, that peace shattered when two men's tempers collided and left a mark the town never forgot. This is the story of the Hardy-Hasty feud, a tale of pride, vengeance, and a scar the town never forgot. And it's a tale of one man's blood. A lot of blood. It started, believe it or not, with a firecracker. Back in 1895, Odie Hardy wore the badge of town marshal. Hardy was steady, proud, the kind of man who liked things quiet and orderly. And he had a temper. On that dark night, he crossed paths with Joseph W. Hasty, Joe to most folks, a man from one of the county's most respected families. The Hasties had money, influence, and a mean streak to match a moonless night. Joe was lighting firecrackers just for fun. Hardy told him to stop. But Joe wasn't the kind to take orders from anyone, not even the town marshal. Words were exchanged, sharp, angry words. Then it happened. Joe Hasty pulled a knife and slashed Hardy across the throat, cut him nearly from ear to ear. Blood on the street. A lot of it. Somehow Hardy lived, but the scar on his neck stayed red, and so did his memory of that night. For his part, Joe Hasty fled before any arrest could be made. Rumor had it he joined the army and fought in the Spanish-American War. For 3 years he was gone from Chipley and from Marshal Hardy. Chipley moved on. Hardy didn't. He carried that blood-red scar like a curse. Fast forward a few years. Come with me into the Chipley Hotel. It's late evening. The lobby is buzzing with talk, smoke, and the smell of whiskey. Joe Hasty is here, smoking, drinking, and bragging about how brave he was in the war. Odie Hardy walks in, spots Joe. Their eyes lock. The room goes still. Hardy's face goes as red as his scar. For a split second, he is back in that bloody street, Joe's blade, the pain, the darkness closing in. Hardy lunges with his gun out, grabs Hasty by the collar, presses the barrel to his face.
"Now I've got you, you rotten scoundrel,"
he says in a loud, ugly voice.
"And now I'm gonna even up for my scar."
Dead silence in the lobby. Not a breath, not a whisper. Even the smoke hangs still. Then like a snake, Joe strikes. One hand slaps Hardy's gun to the floor. The other draws his blade from its sheath on his belt. As the pistol bangs on the lobby floor, the point of Joe's knife is touching Hardy's scar right at his Adam's apple.
"I could cut your damn head off,"
he says in a screechy whisper.
"But I won't."
The 6 men who were listening to Joe's war stories are quick to recover their wits, pulling them apart. Hardy storms out, gun in hand. Joe slides his knife away and leaves the kitchen door. No blood, no shots, just rage left hanging in the air like smoke. The feud between Hardy and Joe Hasty never really died. Old-timers here who know the story will tell you that people could still feel it in the air for years after, like smoke that refused to clear. Some say Hardy left town not long after. Others say he stayed, pistol close by, till the day he died. 10 years later, Joe Hasty met his own end in a gunfight over 15 cents. 65 gunshots fired, 2 men dead, a town shaken to its roots. Even now, when you stand outside where the old Chipley Hotel once stood and listen real close, some say you can still feel that old feud in the air. This episode is brought to you by Sweet Home Antiques, a trusted name in the antique world for over 35 years. Known for their outstanding collection of English, French, and American antiques, Sweet Home also offers a wide selection of unique gifts and decorative items. Each year, the owners travel to Europe to hand-select timeless pieces you won't find anywhere else. Whether you're looking for a classic statement piece or a charming gift, there's something waiting for you at Sweet Home Antiques. Light Up Pine Mountain is on Friday, November 14th. There'll be choirs, lighting of the Christmas tree, Santa Claus, and so much holiday cheer. And I've heard from an excellent source that the Grinch will be in front of Dakota's counter, ready for pictures. It's an evening in Pine Mountain that you won't want to miss. The festivities start at 6 o'clock, but come early to enjoy our charming town. The King's Gap chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution is once again taking donations for Wreaths Across America. Their goal is to make sure every veteran laid to rest in the Chipley City Cemetery and at Bethany Baptist Church Cemetery has a wreath placed on their grave this December. The event will be held on Saturday, December 13th at 11 a.m., and volunteers are always welcome to help. Each wreath is $17, and if you'd like to donate, you can do that at wreathsacrossamerica.org/GA0357P. It's a wonderful way to honor and remember those who served. Special thanks to Phil Evans and Andy Cunningham for lending their voices to today's episode. The Hardy Hasty feud truly happened right here in our town, though I may have added a few shivers and shadows to make it just right for Halloween. The mystery music came from Pixabay, and Sillybug Studios continues to provide its beautiful art and music for my show. Hope to see you around town.